Hello, everyone. The purpose of this video is to show you how to utilize the data refinery and uploading data assets within the Data Vault platform. So the first step you're going to do is log into your Data Vault. As you can see here, what you will see is your workspaces. What you're able to do is click into one of those. And then for the purpose of this demo, I'll be focusing on my data connection vault. Now what you're seeing here is you're in the actual Data Vault itself. This is called the Data Vault dashboard. Currently, we are under the Manage Assets tab. What we want to do for the sake of this demo is go under the Manage Data tab. Once you're under Manage Data, you will see Create New Refinery. There's two different buttons over here, Create a Data Asset and Create a Refinery. The difference between them is creating a data asset is an actual tangible data set, like a CSV file that can be uploaded directly into the platform. Creating a refinery is in establishing a connection with a third-party data source, let's say an AWS S3 bucket, where it's actively connecting to the Data Vault platform and querying data into that refinery. So I'll focus on first creating a data asset, and that is uploading a CSV file or a file type. What I can do here is I can give it a name, a description, and that's where I actually upload the asset. If I go to assets, I'll choose the test data set. The CSV header row is showing that the first row of that Excel sheet or that CSV file is the titles and not actual data points. So I will put 0. And the data start row, it starts on row 1. So I will put 1. And then you can assign it a color. So this data asset has now been created. If you can see, there are 4 different data categories within this data asset: name, occupation, gender, and location. You can also look at it from a JSON view. If you go over here, you're able to filter your data and sort your data to make it more usable and functional. I can sort it by occupation, ascending or descending. I can sort it by any data category that is made available within the schema surrounding my data asset. The next button, Edit Sample Data, is important because data that is made public to the exchange should not have any sensitive data within there. So for the sake of this demo, it's fake names, Jane Doe, John Doe. But let's say my name was Mike Smith. I'm an athlete and I was a male in New Jersey, and Mike Smith's a real person. I would not be able to include Mike Smith's name in the sample data that is made public to the exchange, because that is sensitive information and cannot be shared unless someone is purchasing that actual data set. So by clicking Edit Sample Data, this is the data that will be made available or visible to the people who are looking at this from the exchange standpoint, who are looking to buy this data set. Because these are fake names, I can keep them, but if they're real names, I would have to input fake names and fake data points. If you can see here, this is how the schema of this data set is broken down. So now that I have uploaded this data set into the Data Vault platform, it is time to publish and tokenize my asset. So once I publish that asset, I then go under Manage Assets. Once I go to Manage Assets, at the top, this is your dashboard. I go under Portfolios. Portfolios will have Data Vault data. I'm able to click that and you will see the asset or the data set I uploaded is right here. What I can do now is I can create a token. Assigning it a name, a description, a color, a shape, a limit of 1, and a public offering, giving you the quantity and the valuation for each. When uploading a data set or a CSV, data limits do not really matter because there's not an active connection where those queries can be limited. So for the sake of just uploading a data set, this does not apply to you. So from there, we can create the new token. Once we're able to click in here, we see that my data set has now been turned into a token, and I'm able to publish that token, making it available on the exchange. Now that it has been successfully published, I'm able to go back to my dashboard, and this is where I will see the data object that I have created, uploaded, tokenized, and made available onto the exchange. Going back to where I was addressing sample data, this is what's available to people who are looking to buy your data set. Only these randomized data points. You do not want to use any sensitive information in this area. This is an easy copy and pastable link that takes a potential buyer directly to your landing page for this data asset. So once I click that, it takes me to a page where if I was a buyer, I would be able to make offers, and then from a seller's perspective, I'm able to make sell orders as well. So if I go back one, click the actual asset myself, this is where I'm able to make actual sell orders. So instead of a potential buyer having to make an offer, they can click accept buy or accept sell order and publish it immediately. I can also add sell offer expire, but for the sake of this demo, I'll not do that. So the sell order has been submitted. All right, and there. So see, if I'm a buyer, not only am I able to make an offer, let's say I'm not comfortable with this price and I prefer it to be lower, I'm able to make an offer, but it also allows me to buy now. So that is everything involving uploading a CSV data set. Now I will go back to creating an actual data refinery. So let me go back under the Manage Data tab. And from there, I'll be able to create a refinery. Once I open that data refinery, I am now able to establish a data connection. So instead of uploading a CSV or a JSON or any actual file that can be physically uploaded or digitally uploaded, what I'm able to do is I'm able to actually establish a data connection, which allows me to create a schema and query certain data points minute by minute, hour by hour, month by month, year by year. That's completely up to the seller. So from here, I'll be able to give my data connection a name. The most important type is the actual type. So let's just go with AWS S3. I'm able to input all of the necessary information that will be able to establish that connection. And then I save and add connection. All right. From there, I will have to build out a schema. What I'm able to do, let's stick with the same similar CSV that I had before. Let's say I had an AWS S3 bucket with name, gender, location, and I'm looking to query it on a week-by-week basis into the Data Vault platform, creating new tokens each week, or allowing a master token where when that data is connected, it's automatically fed. So you're not buying a one-of-one, you're buying a one-of-one item, but it's able to be fed data in real time. So you're not just getting access the day you purchase it, you're getting future access as well. So I'll add a data field, and this is me building out my schema. So name, gender, location. I'm able to ascribe a value for each. And by ascribing a value for each, this allows us to determine the valuation per row, and then we are able to times that by the multiple numbers of rows within that data connection to establish an overall suggested valuation to tokenize and sell that data asset for. From there, I will be able to save that schema. I'm able to edit that schema, publish that schema. But for the sake of this demo, I do not have an active connection. If you were to have an active connection, if you could see here pending, once it says active, that would mean you were actively connected. And that data connection would be able to then refine, essentially populating that data set or populating that data refinery, and then being able to ascribe a valuation, clean it up, and make it into a sellable format. And that is all on how to create data assets, how to create data refineries, how to publish data assets, how to tokenize data assets, and how to make sell orders on those data assets. Everything involving data assets surrounding creation to tokenization to monetization. Thank you so much.